Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh, we had a little technical difficulty. Well, I shouldn't say we. We had a little technical difficulty.
We got it, though.
We did. Why, thank you, Bridget, for your help. I appreciate it. Well, welcome in. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Bridget.
And I'm in my 50s.
I'm in my 30s.
And we're just girls, and we want to do, we just want to talk about it, do a little topic. We want to try to do this as much as possible, and because it's good to start the conversation about things that we normally wouldn't want to talk about. So join in the conversation. We wanted to ask you to tag a friend, right?
Yep, tag your best girlfriend who you can trust the most and show her how much you can appreciate her.
And because we're going to do the topic today, and we're going to try to keep this under 7 minutes, we're going to promise for that. And we're going to talk about trust today. You want to tell your story about friendship trust?
Sure. Well, I found that I've pretty much built up a wall around myself. And the problem with that is I wasn't letting anybody in, but I also wasn't going out. And then things can get very heavy and you can crack. And that's really what happened to me. I do have friends from grade school that I can talk to, but becoming a mom, I kind of put those relationships on the back burner when I was in survival mode, just taking care of my twins when they were young. So I really distanced myself from a lot of people, and it was really hard.
How are you doing now? How is that? Like, what's the process right now for you?
I like to say that I've built a gate with my wall, and I'm now letting people in and also coming out, and the relationships help, just knowing that you're not in this alone.
Good. Yeah, I actually, the last, I guess it was in high school when I had friends, and like, they're all acquaintances and friends, and it's just kind of the way you live your life. And then when I left high school, I started pretty much traveling. I was, went to college and was constantly moving, and so I had different friends, and as a performer, I would make fast friends, and then they would be gone. And so I actually did not have, other than my sisters and my mom, a good girlfriend that I had until I was in my mid-30s. And that was a really big deal for me, because there's competition between women, like, oh, well, she's prettier than I is, oh, she's more talented, or she's got it more together, and you somehow sort of feel inferior to each other somehow. And I, for me, one of my passions is like to try to break down those walls and say, let's not do that anymore to each other, but we're really, thinking about those girlfriend trust. So who is the one person that you can really do that trust with, and what does that look like? Because I think we always need a champion in our court, because iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Telling the truth, right, when it seems hard, to say, hey, ooh, what are you doing there? What you doing there?
Yeah.
And so I really feel like I know with my girlfriends, and this is where I think, especially with friends, is that you have to be willing to be the friend that you want to have. So it took me a long time to actually be a friend that would connect and be able to be there for a longer period of time. And as life changes, what I've also noticed, and Bridget, you will probably notice as well, is that as we go through different seasons of our life, those BFFs change, because they're important to what is happening in your life now, and that they can relate. Even though you could probably call that, that one BFF that you had, when you were in your mid-20s or early 30s or something, and be able to pick up right where you left off and say, hey, I'm really struggling with this. What are your thoughts? And she can talk you through it, right?
Exactly. I felt the same way. I have my friends from grade school that I can pick up the phone and talk to, and it's like no time has passed. But I was kind of the first one out of all my friends to become a mom. So once I became a mom, I started looking for other moms that I could talk to about relevant issues that were going on in my life, which is important.
It's very, very important to have that support system. And hi, Melinda. And she says Lisa Haid, Candace Blackstone Larson. So you got some good BFFs. That's awesome, Melinda. And do you have any advice for anybody else who's going to be picking up to watching this video down the line? I mean, what do you find is the most important in your girlfriends? And again, I go back to I want to be able to have somebody tell me the truth, not dance around it, but really say something in kindness and love to me when I need to have that done, and to confront me if something's really going off, to say, hey, listen, we need to sit down and we need to chat. How can I help you through this?
Right, and the other important thing is that you don't need a ton of friends.
Yeah.
And I like that Melinda tagged 2. 2 is plenty. 1 is enough, really. Yeah.
I have my dear sweet friend Annie Hayes, my dear sweet friend Albany Irvin, and my dear sweet friend Janice Murray. Those are my three BFFs that I've had for a very, very long time. And then my sisters. I have 3 sisters and my mom, which are coming to visit soon. But that camaraderie and just that sisterhood of just friends is so crazy important. We just have about a minute and a half left or so, and I think we want to talk a little bit about the takeaways in case you don't have the girl,
That one person. Yeah.
that friend that you can trust with things that maybe you need to talk about. Like I'm struggling with, something's going on with my husband and I, or my kids, or work is crazy, or I don't know about this getting older thing, Hi, Doug.
Hey.
Do you have any thoughts or anything about?
So our last takeaway is, if you don't have that person in your life, then maybe you aren't being that person to others. Everyone's probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So look around yourself, and if you don't have that person, then you need to become that person that you want to attract.
And don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to, to share. And I think you also, I think it's very, very important to be smart about who you share with, and that so that you can build that trust. And trust really does come over time. And Dawn Marie.
That's my sister-in-law.
Oh, hi, Dawn Marie.
So she's one of my girls.
That's awesome.
For sure.
We thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We're going to do this again, and I think the next time we'll talk about
confidence. Self-esteem. Yeah.
Yep. So if you're not a friend, go be a friend, and if you have friends, go tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them.
Yep. And if you want to check out more of my blogs, go on my website. It's bridgetpetrino.com.
Great. And I'm Nancy Hornback. Have a great day. Bye, you guys.